Hi, Carl Ford with M2M Evolution here at Sprint's Open Solutions Conference in Santa Clara, California. I'm here with Kim Pearson, who is the CEO of New Boundary Technologies. So we talked a little bit ahead of time just so I was prepared to ask you some good questions, and the subject of tanks came up, and tanks have been a theme for us. But by and large, you're a software company, so before we get into the sensors, kind of talk about what your software does and how people use it.
Sure. Yep. So we develop machine-to-machine or M2M web applications to be able to monitor sensors over the internet wirelessly and be able to control equipment, and all do it just from any web browser dashboard.
Okay, and you've done me a favor in the fact that you haven't referred to yourself as the cloud solution, but you're certainly like that in how you do things. With Sprint, what's your relationship with Sprint and how does that work?
Yep. So we're a Sprint solutions partner, and we put in Sprint cellular gateways for where the tanks are to then take the information from the tank sensors, either wired or wireless, to the cellular gateway, and then on the Sprint network, the data goes up to the cloud, as you said, where we have our hosted servers that then present the business information to the users in their browser.
Okay, and one more aspect of this is when we're talking about tanks and sensors on tanks, what's the way that your software is used? Are you basically like a network management monitoring system? Is it a threshold kind of thing and detecting alarms and that kind of stuff?
Right, yeah, so typically it'll be with the alarms and alerts based on critical levels. So for example, in food manufacturing, where they'll have oil tanks and flour tanks and sugar tanks, if any ingredient runs out, the line is shut down. And so you can set warning alerts and critical alerts that will then go back to the supplier that it's time to go and fill that tank.
Okay, so we've got just-in-time manufacturing going on the food side. That's
Yep.
nice. Now, talk to me about some of the more hazardous aspects. Like, is there people using you for like heat and I don't know, emissions issues and things like that as well?
Yeah, so this can be used on any tank, and then really just depending on what the tank is and the environment it's in will determine what kind of sensor you put on the tank. But from the web application, it's the same application will work for any type of environment.
And basically, so you're then also a platform in the fact that you sit there and you've got several different ways that the sensors then interconnect to you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
And just out of curiosity, how old is the company and when did you guys start?
Yep. So the company was founded in 1985, and we've been doing M2M software then for more than 25 years, and started wired back in the middle 80s, and now with cell and satellite we do everything pretty much on wireless networks.
Oh, excellent. And how has the business changed in the fact that back in the 80s before the internet you had a lot of hardwired connections, and you know, I'm sure your software was basically designed for like a machine.
Right.
And
exactly.
now you're sitting there and you're basically web enabling it all.
Exactly. Yep.
You know?
So where originally we'd have a ribbon cable that would go from a sensor to a PC, now we have thousands of sensors, can be anywhere in the world, that all go to the internet, and then you can manage it from anywhere in the world. So it's in an explosive, with the wireless revolution now, really an explosive growth period.
Cool. I look forward to hearing about more of your implementations. Any other verticals that come to mind? We've ended up talking about food and general tanks. Is there oil and gas? Are they a big customer for you?
Oil and gas is big, really, from the wellhead down to the waste disposal at the other end. Water management and energy management are areas that we're very active in.
Cool. Thank you so much, Kim.
Very
Really
good. Nice
appreciate the
meeting with
time.
you. Thank you.